I'm a follower of Jesus. It's the most important thing in my life. The most healing, healthy thing for the human brain is a belief in God and prayer. Hi, I'm Dr. Alex Loyd. Welcome to the Spiritual Laws of Nature. This week we're sort of building a little bit on last week, where we talked about what everyone wants is to feel good now and feel good later. The second thing everybody wants is for people they love and care about to feel good now and feel good later. All right? And we talked about some of the reasons why so many of us, what we are doing in our life to try to feel good, are actually working against us and making us feel bad now and worse later, and they're negatively affecting the people around us as well, which is not, it's the opposite of what we want to happen. So if you missed that, go back, and I think what we're talking about today will make more sense. So where we're going today is, okay, what determines if you feel good now or feel good later? What's the source? Where's it coming from? Well, I think it's here. There are two main pillars that hold up your life, kind of like the foundation of a building. And if these pillars are solid and strong, then you can build your relationships on that, and they're going to be great. You can build your career on that, and it's going to be just right for you. You can build your health on that, and you're going to have probably terrific health. If you don't, it's going to probably get better and better and better as you go along living that way. Everything in your life is going to be good to my best possible if you are building it on top of significance and security internally in your heart and mind. Okay? To define significance, and have the worst handwriting in the world, sorry about that, but included under significance would be your identity, your worth, judgment would be included in significance. Okay? That's good, that's bad. This person is good, this person is bad. I am not as good as that person, but I'm better than that person. Okay? You need to quit that. Judgment is for God and little children. Judge not, that ye be not judged. And with the same measure you judge, that's going to be used to judge you. Okay? Give that up. Now, I'm not saying don't judge in that, hey, I need to lose 10 pounds. That's fine. But value judging when it comes to people and morals and decisions and things like that, do your best, love everyone, and leave the judgment to God. Okay? Under significance would be I'm good or I'm bad. Or am I good if I do this, but bad if I do that? Well, that's certainly the old law, not the new. That's not grace. If I step over here, I'm bad, and I go from being saved to lost because I did this, that's not grace. That's law, all right? And you can choose to live by natural law, which is stimulus response, action reaction. You reap what you sow, karma, okay? But I don't want to live there. I mean, because in that system of right and wrong, if I do good, I get good. If I do bad, I get bad. Under the spiritual law of grace, if I do good, I get good. If I do bad, I still get good, at least long term. That's what I want for me, for my wife, for my children, for you, okay? And do I measure up? All of those things are under the heading and make up the pillar, whether that pillar is strong or weak, of significance. Security. would be physical security, meaning I'm safe. I'm not in a war zone. There's not somebody trying to hurt me. The 18-wheeler's not about to pull over on me. If those things are going on, I'm not supposed to feel safe. And that's supposed to initiate my fight or flight and help me get out of that dangerous situation. But as soon as I'm out of it, I'm supposed to go back to physiological peace where I do feel safe. All right? Also, we're talking non-physically safe, emotionally safe. All right? Do you have people telling you you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're terrific, they love you? Or do you have people abusing or belittling you with their words, with their body language, with their communication with you? Okay? If so, then you may be physically safe, but you will be emotionally unsafe, and you will feel that. And there's nothing that can solve that except healing your security issues. All right? Rejection. This is security is the category of rejection. I've never met anyone who didn't have a rejection issue. Most of us have a bucket of them. All right? Almost everyone I've met has a birth trauma that works inside them as rejection. Okay? Think about that. Makes sense. And then this one, am I loved and accepted exactly the way I am? Right now, warts and all, sin and all. Okay? If you are experiencing that, then you probably feel accepted, safe, loved, and emotionally and physically safe. Well, where does this come from? What determines if I'm on the good side of these or the bad? Okay? If these pillars, if the state of these pillars in my life determines almost everything else, my career, my health, my relationships, then what determines the integrity of the pillars? Basically, it's in your ancestry and early years where you loved unconditionally, or were you not? Did you experience fear, anxiety, anger, rejection, etc.? If so, then you will tend to feel insignificant and insecure, and all the stuff you build on top, your career, relationships, whatever, even if you're like a gifted financial guy and go out and make millions, chances are you're going to be a millionaire and miserable. Because if these two things aren't right, nothing's going to be right. And you need both of them to be right, not just one. So what basically determines whether you're significant and secure or insignificant and insecure is whether your heart is mostly full of love, joy, peace, or fear, anxiety, anger, rejection, etc. Okay? So, if you grew up in the second one, the negative one, that means your pillars do not have integrity. They may fall, they may be crumbling, they're just not very strong, okay? And you sense that in your life, okay? This doesn't feel real stable to me, okay? The antidote, the solution, is exactly the opposite of the problem. The problem is too much fear. The solution is to pour in love. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about that. We've done that several times already. I would go back and watch the Greatest Principle videos, and that will go into real detail about how you do that. But basically, you start believing the truth instead of the lies you've been believing. Okay? If you believe you are not safe when you're not in any physical danger, and there's no one around you who's harassing you, you're believing a lie. Plain and simple. If you feel like you have to perform to be accepted, even though maybe no one around you now is making you do that, then you've got a problem here. You've got an underlying problem. You're believing a lie, okay? If you feel you don't measure up when, according to the New Testament and Paul and Jesus and God's wonderful plan of grace, it's not about your works. It's not about measuring up. It's about what God and Jesus have already done. And every sin you will ever commit is already paid for, even the ones you'll commit 10 years from now. Well, if that's who you are, if you're a believer who's right with God, but you feel like I don't measure up, I'm bad, or I'm not good unless I do this absolutely right, like a perfectionist, my worth depends on my performance, I judge myself harshly, or maybe I just judge, I'm better than them, but worse than them, and your identity is not so great, you're believing a lie. Okay? So the antidote is to fill yourself with the truth and love. And if you do that, you really don't have to worry about getting rid of the fear, anxiety, and anger. It will be transformed into the truth and love. Energy's never destroyed. It just changes forms. Okay? So this week, I would recommend get a pen and some paper and write these two things: significant, secure. And then, okay, with my spouse, with my significant other, with my children, with my brothers and sisters, with my parents, with the people at work, with myself, with how I feel about me and God, with everything. Do I feel significant and secure, or do I feel insignificant and insecure, or do I maybe feel kind of significant but not really secure, or sort of secure but not really significant? You've got to have both of them, not just one. Okay? If you don't have both, then when one pillar falls, this one can't hold it all up and everything's going to fall anyway. So you got to have both. So where are you this week? How's your significance and security? Because everything else in your life goes that way, and you can never feel good now and feel good later if you don't have significance and security underlying that in your heart, in your mind. Okay? We've discussed a number of techniques you can use that will help heal those memories, those thoughts, those feelings, those lies, those untruths. Okay? Use those. I'm not going to go through all those again. Go back and you'll find those. All right? Use trilogy, use memory engineering, etc. My favorite way is always prayer. Okay? Pray without ceasing. Please take away my insignificance and give me significance in you, from your miracle plan of grace. All right? Please take away my insecurity, my feelings of rejection, and emotional danger. I don't feel emotionally safe, even though maybe I don't know a reason. Or I feel like I'm only accepted if I do this or that. Please take that away and let me believe your truth, that I am the bride of Christ. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am innocent, as if I'd never committed a sin in my entire life. My sin is put away from me as far as the east is from the west. Let me wait on you and exchange my strength for yours, my thoughts for yours, my beliefs for yours about me and my life through Jesus. Okay? And if you can change from insignificance and insecurity, or even if it's just one of them, significance but insecurity, when you change to having significance and security in truth and love, it is 100% guaranteed it's going to change everything in your life. You're going to start feeling good now and good later, way more than you ever have before. It's going to positively affect everyone else in your life in a wonderful way that you probably can't even imagine now. So before the week is out, let's get to work and get to a place, because it's the reason Jesus died. It's what we're promised, of true, genuine, full to the brim significance and security that come, of course, from the love of God. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful, blessed day.